Max was in here saying how impressed he was with your ball striking, and still some shots that looked really good were ending up in bad spots. Are you enjoying how challenging it's playing out there?
Did that Max say about himself, about
you?
About me? Yeah, I mean, I play really good. Jesus, I hit a lot of great tee shots out there today, and a lot of good iron shots that, like you just said, that didn't end up in great spots, right? I mean, I think 7, 8, 9 is a clear example of it. None of those was bad, and all of them were off the green, and I needed to get up and down to get the round going, right? But, I mean, it's golf, and it's what happens out here. The wind was shifting, right? And when it shifts from east to east-northeast or, northeast, it's a small different on the compass, but when it comes to our shots, it's a difference between a shot being possibly into the wind to downwind, right? So it can happen, and you get a wrong gusts, and then the greens, they were a little bit softer today in some spots, except 3 and 12 that were absolute car paths. So there's some things to take into consideration. It's funny, Adam told me, you want to do anything after the round? I said, absolutely not. I'm making a lot of great swings out there, and I'm going to remember that. Where they end up is, to most of the extent, out of my control.
The broadcast caught you and Adam talking about new wedges and playing for that, playing a little bit of extra spin. What's your process like with that, and how often do you switch wedges?
Well, firm green, so it's only the 60-degree wedge. And I forgot when he said that. Might have been on 15 early this morning. It makes a difference if you're trying to skip it up there, right? Or, just got to be aware of where the spin, how much spin I need on a shot. He said it yesterday as well on 6. Something I only think about when it's an absolute brand new wedge that I got Monday afternoon. I don't change that often, but when the forecast is to have firm greens, I like to have a new one just in case.
There's a lot that's made out of you and Rory right now. 1 or 1A, just 2 best players in the world.
Well, it's 1 and 3, so.
Yeah. Okay, that might answer my question. I was curious, moments in your life you've been number 1. There have been times when Data Golf ranks you number 1. There's times when you feel like you're number 1. How do you get to the point where you feel like you're number 1? What metrics do you pay attention to, or anything at all?
Listen, you can find a criteria or algorithm that's going to make me number 1 at any given point. I feel like I've been number 1 and I wasn't playing as good as I am right now. So it doesn't really matter. You got to keep doing it, right? And yes, I've been playing great golf, but Rory has also won 3 of his last 8 starts, so it makes sense that I stay up there. Scotty did enough last year to stay up there, and he's been playing great. He hasn't won, but he's been up there, right? That still racks up points. So I feel like I'm playing great. I feel like, again, if I'm not the best, I'm one of the best, and just because I've been playing good and I'm confident on myself, but I don't get too much in that discussion. A lot of what we say about the ranking is more for fun than anything else.
Does the idea of designated events happening more often, more chances to play against your competition for being number 1, I guess it gives you more opportunities to make a statement than maybe years past?
I think, if somebody, hopefully me, gets a chance to get that number 1 and keep it throughout this whole year with all these big elevated events where we're going to have the most amount of points for this many events in a row, it will be probably not the most well-deserved, but, one to be really proud of, just because we've never had this many fields this strong that we're going to have in a row. So if somebody can get up there and keep it, it's because they've played really good golf and they truly are a well-deserved number 1. Now, with that said, you could also see that, we have 7 different guys being number 1, because it can happen with the amount of points that you can earn on those tournaments.
You mentioned Scotty. You mentioned Scotty. What goes through your mind today when you're having that stretch birdieing almost every hole in the middle of the round, and you look up and he's doing the same, kind of sticking there with you?
Kind of related to what I just said. I mean, we have, 18 of the top 20 players in the world. You can expect a few of us to be doing that, and some of those hadn't teed off yet, right? So I wouldn't be shocked if if Scotty isn't leading, if he finishes at 9, if he isn't leading at the end of the day. It's yes, conditions can be difficult, but it's the best players in the world. Somebody can come out there and shoot a low one. So no, I'm not surprised.
Jon, what was that moment like with your mom and grandma there on 16?
Unexpected, very unexpected, and I'm glad I didn't know until I hit the shot, honestly, because otherwise I think I would have tried too hard for my grandma to hit a good shot. And not the easiest 16th hole. Usually it's down off the right. Today was into off the left, so I'm glad I hit that great shot for them. And I was happy to see. Again, it's an unexpected happiness moment to see them there. I was only there. I had a couple friends that were inside the ropes, obviously a couple other people, and I saw Kelly and some other family members before I hit the putt as well. So it makes it so much more fun knowing that they're actually there watching. Usually in years past, they couldn't do that, and you're on the stands. They're not always watching, so to feel the presence was really cool.
How many events does your grandma typically get to see you in person?
Not many. She's going to be 88 years old, so the fact that she came all the way here to watch me at Torrey, week off, and then this week is quite an honor for me, honestly. And then she gets to watch me in the Spanish Open as well. So seeing me in 3 events this year, which is more than usual.
While you guys were out there, Tiger announced that he's coming back next week. Just your thoughts on going up against him at Riviera?
He's playing Riv?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, I didn't know. Great to hear. Great to hear. After all he's gone through, it's incredible that he keeps trying. And spoken to him in the Bahamas. Everything he had on his leg, and then you had the plantar fasciitis, and I really feel for him in that sense. But I know he's going to keep doing everything he can to still try to win more tournaments, possibly get that 83rd win, and hopefully, obviously, in his mind, a major, right? So it's a true honor for all of us. Anytime Tiger can be present on the golf course playing, makes the tournament even better. So I'm hoping he can play comfortably, and I'm hoping he can play well. Thank you.